Turn it. Turn it. Turn it. Champ.
As long as he continues to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter, a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
Is that if Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing, I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. visits Manny Pacquiao's training camp ahead of comeback fight versus Mario Barrios in a surprise move that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Undefeated legend Floyd Mayweather Jr. paid a visit to Manny Pacquiao's training camp in Los Angeles. The Filipino icon is preparing for his much-anticipated return to the ring against WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. This unexpected encounter between two of boxing's most iconic figures has reignited discussions about their historic rivalry, mutual respect, and the changing landscape of the sport. A rivalry beyond the ring. The relationship between Mayweather and Pacquiao is layered and complex. Their rivalry culminated in the 2015 Fight of the Century, a long-awaited showdown that, while polarizing in terms of fan reaction, undeniably left a lasting mark on boxing history. Since then, Mayweather has focused on promotional work and lucrative exhibition bouts, while Pacquiao pursued a political career. Pacquiao pursued a political career, serving as a senator and even running for the Philippine presidency in 2022. Despite taking different paths, a deep mutual respect has remained. Former fighters like Timothy Bradley have commented on both men's unique styles, noting that while Mayweather was a knockout artist, his timing and ring IQ were unparalleled.
You fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, Tim being the hardest puncher, what would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say they're about the same. It's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. He didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. He punched the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather.
What about speed?
Speed, it's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao he'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same. What would have to do with Pacquiao?
Unmatched legacy Manny Pacquiao's boxing resume is unmatched. He captured 12 major world titles and was a lineal champion in 4 divisions: flyweight, featherweight, super featherweight, and super lightweight. He remains the only fighter to win titles across 4 different decades from the 1990s through the 2020s. His appeal is global, with over $1.2 billion in pay-per-view revenue generated over 25 events to IN 2021. Pacquiao officially retired to focus on politics and philanthropy. But now, at age 46, he's stepping back in the ring.
Any version of Mayweather would have always beaten Pacquiao, in my opinion. I think Mayweather would have always done what's necessary for Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao had a greater career, but I think Mayweather's a better fighter. And I think Mayweather had the right things for somebody like Pacquiao. I mean, he had the right one-punch speed. He had the right IQ. He was bigger than Manny with longer arms. He had great feet. It's just a kryptonite for Manny Pacquiao. I personally thought so.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right and I'm not going to say he's wrong. But it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, You spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember, I said it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Back in the ring for a full professional title fight against Mario Barrios on July 19th, 2025 at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Unlike many high-profile boxing matches, this one won't be on pay-per-view. It will stream free on Amazon Prime. The announcement has stirred both excitement and concern. Supporters see it as a continuation of Pacquiao's incredible story. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman expressed strong backing for the fight, saying, Pacquiao can be competitive with any fighter. Fans hope his return will inspire a new generation and bring excitement to a stagnant welterweight division. Critics, however, call a mistake. Promoters.
Philippine boxing legend Manny Pacquiao leads ESPN's list of top 25 Asian athletes of the 21st century. The 8th Division World Boxing Champ bested the likes of Chinese basketball icon Yao Ming and Japanese baseball superstar Ichiro Suzuki, who finished second and third respectively. Completing the top 5 are Korean football star Song Hong-min and Japanese-American Naomi Osaka. Also making the list, the Philippines' first ever Olympic gold medal winner, weightlifter Heidelin Diaz, and the PBA's 7-time PBA MVP, Junmar Fajardo.
Promoters like Frank Warren and commentators like Simon Jordan have criticized the WBC for ranking Pacquiao number 5, despite his 4-year absence and lackluster exhibition performance in 2024. Some compare this bout to spectacle fights like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, arguing that it's inappropriate for a world title to be on the line against a retired 46-year-old legend. Barrios, a 29-year-old champion from San Antonio.
Your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's retirement?
One of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. Never ran from anybody. Had completely respected the sport of boxing. Was an ultimate champion. And I have to tell you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet on the planet Earth. I mean, when people, I want to say this real quick because I know we got to go because we got one more thing to discuss, Marcus.
Yeah.
When people talk about Manny Pacquiao and they say stuff like, well, he's fighting for money. I would like y'all to know that there are people who line up in the streets of the Philippines just to come get some money from him. He's very charitable.
Oh, yeah.
That's why money was compromising, because he's a giver. He's a special dude. I'm going to miss him.
Texas secured the WBC welterweight title with a dominant win over Dennis Yugas in 2023. Despite the age gap, Barrios is preparing with intensity and respect, treating Pacquiao like he's still in his prime. His coach emphasized that the team is approaching this bout with the seriousness of a true title defense. Barrios has taken on tough challenges throughout his career, facing the likes of Gervonta Davis and Keith Thurman, and believes this fight represents both risk and legacy. His camp views Pacquiao as more than a stepping stone. He's a living legend, and beating him carries immense prestige. Why this fight? And why now? Some insiders speculate that financial motives are driving Pacquiao's comeback, a common narrative for aging fighters who return for one last payday. Even Mayweather has hinted at this, suggesting that when Pacquiao casually mentioned his name in the past, it led to a $4 million check. However, Pacquiao's team insists this comeback is about finishing his career on his own terms. With another world titled at MP Promotions, head Sean Gibbons acknowledged that other potential opponents like Conor Benn were considered but unavailable due to suspension issues. That opened the...
Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios is a done deal. Fight will either happen July 19th or July 26th in Las Vegas or San Antonio. And it's not going to be a pay-per-view. It's going to be free on Amazon Prime. Whew. We blast Jake Paul for these types of fights. And yet a current world champion and Mario Barrios is going to go after Manny Pacquiao. Listen, I get it. You get to share the ring with the legend of Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest to all ever do it. But he's been retired now. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Manny Pacquiao did not look good in his previous exhibition he did last year either. Mario Barrios should easily run laps around Manny Pacquiao, destroy him. Why are we wasting time with this type of fight? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Listen, 147, welterweight. Me and Talani just got done talking about this in our interview. 147 is a historically great boxing division. And there is great talent in the division right now. But the problem is that guys don't want to fight each other. We don't want unifications. We don't want undisputed. And we're getting fights like Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Why? This fight makes absolutely no sense. If this is even somewhat competitive, that is embarrassing on Mario Barrios' part. Why are we wasting time with this fight? Listen, Brian Norman Jr. should be fighting Boots Ennis, but he chose a decent alternative. Fighting Sasaki in Japan is fine. That's still two debatably top 5 fighters in the welterweight division fighting each other. I'm A-okay with that decision. Boots Ennis finally stepped up and he did the unification fight against Danny Onis. Great. Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Okay, if this was for a massive bag, I get it. But you're fighting for a non-pay-per-view event, so you're going to be fighting for free against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Why? There are plenty of other fights to be making. But yet we're getting Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he? I get he still loves the sport, but listen, you are an all-time great, a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why not just go pursue other things? If anything, do those little cheap expedition fights that you did last year, or those that are similar to that of what Floyd Mayweather keeps doing. Why is Manny Pacquiao doing a real legitimate fight? I get for its world championship, but against Mario Barrios. And why is Mario Barrios agreeing to this?
That opened the door to Mario Barrios, a current title holder who, like Pacquiao, once held the WBC belt. The fight is being positioned as a full circle moment. Some see this return as dangerous. Pacquiao's last fight in 2021 ended in a unanimous decision loss to Yugas, and his most recent exhibition match in Japan was underwhelming. Critics worry that facing a prime, in-shape world champion at 46 is not just risky, it could be harmful. Others argue that Pacquiao's drive to fight at this level should be celebrated, not questioned. After all, legends like George Foreman made successful late career comebacks. Supporters believe this is about passion.
Trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you'd been. How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns.
So it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got obviously the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles. And I was his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was doing 5-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and goes, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare?
Manny Pacquiao, one of boxing's most iconic fighters, is making a comeback at age 46, nearly 4 years after retiring. He's not just fighting in an exhibition match. He's challenging for a real world title, the WBC welterweight championship held by Mario Barrios. The fight is set for July 19th, 2025 at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, and will be streamed for free on Amazon Prime, not pay-per-view. Pacquiao is the only boxer in history to win world titles in 8 weight classes. He has fought and beaten legends like Miguel Cotto, Oscar de la Hoya, Ricky Hatton, and more. His career spanned 4 decades. He retired in 2021 and was elected senator in the Philippines, then ran for president. Now at 46, he's trying to win a world title again, which would be historic, but also very risky. Criticism from the boxing community, many experts and fans are very...
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you.
Oh, yeah. No, easily.
When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
He wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. Shit. No, yeah, my sister's a beast, man. Like, she couldn't spar other females a lot of times. Cause they,
unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
She was, like, overwhelming, man. She was just naturally, strong. And, so, yeah, most of the time, smart partners, they were dudes. But, I couldn't really even, like spar with her serious until I was like 17 or 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Community, many experts and fans are very concerned about this fight. He's 46 years old. That's very old in boxing, especially against a current champion in his prime. He's been out of the ring for 4 years, except for one bad exhibition fight in Japan last year. Mario Barrios is young, 29, active, strong, and a real champion, not an exhibition opponent. Critics believe Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting for a real title after such a long break. Some say it's dangerous, others say it hurts the credibility of boxing, especially since younger, deserving contenders are being passed over. Pacquiao is still in amazing shape and training hard. He's a legend. And if anyone deserves one last shot, it's him. This fight brings excitement back to the welterweight division. The WBC supports the fight. Even Floyd Mayweather visited Pacquiao's camp, showing mutual respect. This is just about money and nostalgia. A 46-year-old shouldn't be fighting a real champion. Pacquiao looked bad in his last exhibition, so how can he beat a strong champion now? It's a publicity stunt that could go very wrong. This fight raises big questions in boxing. Should legends be allowed to come back for title fights?
A lot of people are asking what's going on. Are the rumors true? Is it possibly Spence? Is it Pacquiao? Who is Mario Barrios sharing the ring with next?
You know what? He's put himself in a great position through hard work. He's a tremendous story when he turned pro and what he's been able to accomplish being a two-time world champion. And I always told everybody, he fights all comers. When we fought Gervonta Davis, all my hats off to Gervonta Davis. But it was very difficult for us to make the weight. We were going to move up in weight. They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, "You know what? I'll bite down for it one more time." And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Batirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's, Pacquiao, Spence, if that's a unification with Boots.
Title fights. Are boxing organizations like the WBC being fair by giving Pacquiao a top ranking without recent fights? Are we watching a man chase greatness or risking his health and legacy? This isn't just a fight. It's a debate about legacy, risk, and fairness. If Pacquiao wins, it will be one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. If he loses badly or gets hurt, it could be a sad ending to an incredible career. Summary: Manny Pacquiao has returned to fight Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title on July 19th. 2025, he's 46 years old and hasn't fought professionally in 4 years. The fight has created massive controversy. Some call it inspiring. Others call it reckless. Would you like me to explain who Mario Barrios is in more detail?